ஆளுமைமிக்க அரசியல்வாதியாக பியோர் பாலிடிக்ஸ் பயிற்சி பட்டறை நேரடி இணைய வழி வகுப்புகள் உங்கள் சீட்டிற்கு முந்துங்கள் 7338824242.
Yesterday, sir, one honorable member made a reference to BRICS. We just had a BRICS meeting. For the first time, we were able in a BRICS meeting to get an explicit reference to a terrorist incident. It says here, the BRICS countries, sir, that we condemn in the strongest terms the terrorist attack in Jammu and Kashmir on 22 April, and we reaffirm our commitment to combating terrorism in all forms and manifestations, including cross-border terrorism. Now, sir, I want to draw a contrast to tell you the change of the last decade. In 2009, there was a BRICS meeting. It was the first BRICS meeting after the Mumbai 26/11 attack. There is not even a reference to Mumbai in that BRICS committee. All it says is we strongly condemn terrorism in all forms and manifestations, reiterate that it has no justification. So today, sir, when people say, okay, where was Indian diplomacy? Indian diplomacy has been successful in getting America to declare TRF as a global terrorist organization, in getting the UN Security Council monitoring team to accept that TRF today is a terrorist entity, in getting BRICS, which is composed of some very difficult countries, to getting BRICS even to recognize the seriousness of Pahalgam and to say, and sir, when people say cross-border terrorism, what border do they mean? Does this have to be spelled out? So the point is that in the last decade, there has been a huge change in India's approach to terrorism. And this change on the ground was demonstrated in Uri, after Uri, in our surgical strike. It was demonstrated in 2019 in the airstrike. And it is today, sir, demonstrated through Operation Sindur. Now, sir, when Operation Sindur commenced, a number of countries were in touch with us. I'll speak about that in some detail. Why do countries contact you? Because they want to know what is happening, what is your thinking. Go. And to all the countries, we gave the same message. We gave the message that India is exercising the right to defend itself. We, sir, gave the message that the targets which were selected and hit on the 7th of May are known terrorist headquarters and infrastructure. So some of them, for example, Bhavalpur, is associated with the murder of an American reporter called Daniel Pearl. So the world is aware of this. We gave a message, sir, that we were not open to any mediation, that anything now between us and Pakistan would only be bilateral. We gave a message that we will not accept nuclear blackmail, that whatever talk there may be about nuclear danger, that will not deter us from going ahead with Operation Sindur. We gave a message that we are now responding to Pakistani attacks and we will keep responding, and if that fighting is to stop, Pakistan must make a request, and that request can only come through the channel of the DGMO. Now, as I said, sir, a number of countries spoke to us. There was, I think, particular interest in the House about the conversations with the United States. So let me share a few words there, sir. So first of all, it is somehow being implied that talking to the United States or being in touch with the United States is itself a problem. Now, the fact is, over a period of time, if you look at our history, you look at world history, countries contact each other at such times. And look at ourselves. I will not talk about what happened in 1962. What were the letters written after 1962? Because even today, it hurts me to read what Pandey Nehru wrote to John Kennedy after 1962. But let me refer to 1971, that when the fighting started, Prime Minister Indira Gandhi writes to President Nixon that in this hour of danger, the government and the people of India seek your understanding and urge you to persuade Pakistan to desist forthwith
Sir,
from the policy of wanton.
Please, nothing will go on record. Sanjay ji, baith jaiye, please. You speak.
From the policy of wanton aggression and military adventurism that they have unfortunately embarked on. May I request Your Excellency to exercise your undoubted influence with the government of Pakistan to stop their aggressive activities against India.
Please let him speak. आप उनकी बात सुने,
Yes, sir.
सुने, आपको मौका मिलेगा जवाब देने। प्लीज हर बार खड़ा होकर डिस्टर्ब। संजय जी, ये गलत परंपरा है। आप अपनी बात करते हैं, दूसरे की बात सुनने को तैयार नहीं है। प्लीज ये जिम्मेदार आचरण नहीं है, ये संसदीय मर्यादा नहीं है। आप अपनी बात कहेंगे, दूसरे की बात सुनने को तैयार नहीं है, बिल्कुल नहीं। आपकी इच्छा अनुसार कोई बात कहेगा। प्लीज शक्ति सिंह जी बैठे। आपने अपनी बात कही, दूसरे पक्ष को सुनिए। प्लीज आप बोलिए। नथिंग विल गो ऑन रिकॉर्ड। प्लीज आप बोलिए।
Now, let me come to what were the contacts between India and the United States. So, on the 9th of May, Vice President Vance called up the Prime Minister to warn him that there was, in the American assessment, a massive Pakistani attack which would come in the next few hours. Prime Minister listened and made it very clear that if anything like that happens, it would get a fitting and appropriate response from our side. Now, a few hours later, that happened. And then, sir, that fitting and appropriate response also happened. And that fitting and appropriate response disabled the entire Pakistani air defense system and rendered all their main airfields inoperable. Now, at this stage, we started getting calls saying we think that the Pakistanis are ready to stop fighting. So,
Please,
Secretary
please.
Rubio come.
No, Mr. Surjewala, not allowed. Please.
So,
Please speak. So that will go on the record.
the response which we gave, anybody who spoke to us was that the Pakistani side has to make a request, and that request. No, wait, no, I'll tell you. Sit down, I'll tell you who called. Now, sir, I want to make three things clear. One, there was no leader, nobody anywhere in the world who asked India to stop its operations. This is something the Prime Minister also said. Number two, there was no linkage with trade. No, I'll tell you. So there is no linkage of trade. There was no linkage of trade in any of those conversations. And there was no call between Prime Minister and President Trump. Now, so
Nothing is going on record. Mr. Surjewala, you please don't disturb them. Please. Please, nothing is going on record. Please.
So I think if honorable members will sit down and allow me to continue. During this period, as I said, we had a number of conversations with different countries. We had conversations with the US, we had a conversation with the EU, we had a conversation with Saudi Arabia, and I want to say this. All the calls which I got are actually on record. They are on my social media record. So it was on the 10th of May, we got calls from US, we got calls from Saudi Arabia, we got calls from a few other countries.
नहीं नहीं आप इस तरह नहीं, प्लीज आप इस तरह आचरण
So the point is, to everybody, the answer was the same. The answer was, if the Pakistanis want to stop fighting, the Pakistanis have to request us. The Pakistanis have to request us through the DGMO channel. And that, sir, is exactly what happened.